Hi, welcome everybody. Nice to see everyone. Hi, Leah. Nice to see you back. How you doing? Uh, Welcome to another session of Open Diner. Uh, Today, our topic is, in case you didn't know or see it, why do bad things happen to good people? And I'm assuming that everybody here is good people. So we're all included in that category. This is a cameras on event as usual. So if you could kindly turn on your cameras, that would be great. We find that it helps us to connect each other and it helps you really enjoy the whole experience a little bit more. If you're joining us on Facebook or YouTube, welcome. And please tell us your name and where you're from. Participate with us, answer questions in the comments, and we will read them during the show. So, I am Gary. I am from South Carolina. I am one of your hosts today. And
I'm Roberta from Long Island, New York. I'm another host. Hello, everybody.
We have new people here. I think Christina and Mike. I don't know if you can turn your cameras on, but it's good to have you here. And if you could introduce yourselves or not. So
this is Mike. I have a desktop at the moment and no camera. I've read several books by that title and know a little bit about when bad things happen to good people from my experience base. So interested in seeing how this goes and participating. It's my first time here. Thank you.
well, nice to have you here, and hopefully you'll get something out of this. And then we have Christina and Leah has been here before. A wonderful addition. So anyway, now that we've introduced ourselves, I'm going to introduce the topic. And that is, like I said, why do bad things happen? And moreover, why do bad things happen to good people? Is it just bad luck? Is it because a black cat crosses the street in front of you? Or maybe you walk under a ladder or you break a mirror? These are some of the superstitions that people came up with to try and gain some control of their lives, or to try to come up with explanations to the seeming randomness of everyday life. People are a meaning-seeking species. We like to know why things happen, and we're not really satisfied with randomness. It doesn't seem to make sense that bad things happen randomly to people without a cause or a reason, especially when in the grand scheme of things, everything in nature and the universe seems to operate with perfect precision and harmony. And why doesn't that apply to humans? Therefore, things must happen for a specific reason. They must have a point. And when we believe that things happen for a reason, that everything has a purpose, it makes it a little easier to go through just about anything. Friedrich Nietzsche said, "Those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how." So we're going to talk about that today. But first, I'm going to hand it over to Roberta.
Thank you, Gary. Okay, so this is a great topic. So we're going to do an icebreaker, which we love to do every week to get to know each other. But this one's going to be an interesting one. We're going to play a pretend game. I'm going to give you a seemingly bad situation, and you're going to try to find a positive side of it. If you need help finding the silver lining, that's why we're here. So just tell us what you think, and if you need help, we're going to add to each other. So I'll say a topic right now, a situation, and anybody who wants to go can unmute themselves and then tell us the positive side of the situation I'm going to say. So we'll do a couple of these. We have a good scenarios, about 7 of them or so. So we'll do like 3 or 4 of these. Let's see what we get out of these. So the first one will be, you get a flat tire. What is the silver lining of this? What's something positive? Getting a flat tire. Good scenarios, about 7.
You get a really cute guy to come and pump it up, and whatever it takes to get that tire pumped back up. Been there, done that.
Good one, Susie.
My cell phone also is dead and I don't have a charger, so I have to walk 5 miles and I need the exercise.
That was an accident further ahead that you were saved from being a part of.
You can learn to pump a tire. I personally have no idea, but maybe I would learn.
You had a meeting that you were going to that you were really dreading. Now you don't have to go.
Okay, so we're getting the gist. We have more. So I'm cutting you short. Here's another one now. Ready? It's a little tough one now. Divorce. Someone's getting divorced. Where's the positive lining out of that? Silver lining.
But you're gonna find the other light being opposite of, I mean, whatever you need, it's not a bummer. It's an open door for something better. I'm talking to me right now.
Really
Thanks.
dreading. Now you don't have to go.
Thank you, Susan.
That you get out of that you can get out of a dangerous, really bad relationship. My sister's ex-husband, I met her years ago. My mom gave her adoption when she was a baby, but I reunited with her and her family years ago, and she told me that her ex-husband beat her and everything. So it was good that she got divorced.
Yes, let's face it, sometimes wrong people meet up for the wrong reason. And it needs something that will straighten that out, like a separation, like a divorce.
Well, you said getting a divorce. You didn't say they are divorced. So it might give you a chance to reconcile and learn how to deal with relationships better and keep the marriage.
You learn that dating is harder than marriage sometimes.
Okay, let's do the next one. And this leads into the next one. Ready? Rain during your outdoor wedding. Planned it for months, maybe a year. It's raining during your outdoor wedding. Anything positive out of that?
Say it again.
Rain during your outdoor wedding. It rains during your outdoor wedding.
The cake got completely soaked and now we don't have to eat all that sugar and get fat.
It gives you something to really remember each year when your anniversary comes around. You can look back and laugh at it.
Sometimes the rain is beautiful.
How about the bride's dress looks better when it's all wet and clingy?
Nobody's hair looks better than another. Everybody's got rained on, frizzed out hair, so you don't feel so, but everybody's equal. Couple more?
You get to see how creative people can be with umbrellas.
Okay. Now let's see.
You get to have a different kind of fun with the guests. You suddenly get to know like funny situations, funny stories, and very, very different kind of wedding to remember. Some of you, so
like good ones.
Yeah, you get to jump in the puddles.
You get to take those heels off. Okay, so here's another one. This has to do with water. Again, a water pipe breaks and your apartment is flooded. A water pipe broke and now the flooded apartment, what do you do? Where do you see something positive out of that?
State
Get to
Farm's going to.
redecorate.
Oh, sorry. State Farm's going to pay for renovations.
You get all-
Go ahead, Willie.
That was things that you knew needed to be fixed, that you never got around to it, but you will now.
All right, there's not much positive out of that one. All right, well, since we're in the basement, now we have a flood, but you know what happened? Now there's wild boars settle in your basement. Try to find something positive out of this. Wild boars settle in your basement. What do you do? Where's something positive out of that?
That's obvious.
I always
The
wanted
basement's
a
flooded
wild
and
boar.
the- Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Go
Leah.
ahead.
That's obvious. The basement's flooded. Now you have boars. You're safe. Those things can't get you now. There you go.
Price of meat no longer is a problem.
We couldn't hear you so well, Mike. Maybe you could say it again. Maybe clear into the mic.
The price of meat is no longer a problem.
The price of bacon, you said?
No,
Yeah.
beef.
Beef.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I had to buy no meat. I don't have to buy any meat for a while. Have a barbecue.
The broken pipes flooded the basement and drowned the boars.
Okay, 2 and 1. All right, let's get on one that we can actually now deal with every day. No one's dealing with boys, hopefully. So here's one. Your boss is dissatisfied with your work. Your boss is dissatisfied with your work.
You hated that job. You were planning on leaving it anyway for a better one.
Really, the boss was right. You needed to do better. You needed to improve in what you were doing. It was kind of slacking.
Yeah, you never liked that boss that much anyway. Better job waiting right around the corner.
He gives you an excuse to do such a good job that you take over his job eventually.
It's about time you stood up to your boss and you do it.
Maybe you could ask a coworker to help you because we can do it better together.
Maybe positive, what do you call it? When you give positive criticism, possibly, and say maybe do something better down the road that maybe you didn't see. Look at it like that.
And sometimes we have to just have a lesson in how to take criticism for our own growth.
Yeah, I thought the same. Give him a compliment and say that he or she is very, very smart, and you will try to do better.
I just learned a new one more, where if somebody criticizes you, say, "Oh, thank you." Take it as a compliment, just like Elisa said.
Anybody else like to add on that one?
You get the benefit from extra training. A chance to beef up your resume.
Okay, we're good with the boss one. All right, we have a few more. This is a crazy one, but let's see something positive. You get food poisoning during a long-awaited family vacation. You get food poisoning during a long-awaited planned family vacation.
Nietzsche's comment that anything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's right, Mike. It's not food poisoning, it's a cleansing.
You were gonna gain a lot of weight on that family vacation anyway. Now you ain't got to worry.
You're so happy you finally, together with your family, you see how they argue, how they dislike each other because each of them know how to help you better.
Yeah, you're going to get all the attention from everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You'll find out who really likes you.
Anybody else? I was going to say you get to see different routes of the island maybe you're on going to the hospital that you never thought you'd visit that road, but I don't know how positive that is, but that was a joke. So here's another one. Okay, let's see. You find out that your partner has been lying to you. You find out that your partner has been lying to you. That's a tough one. What's positive with that?
You don't feel bad about the lies that you've told him.
She said she was going to get you a, I don't know, a Ford, and she got you a Cadillac.
I got a question. Is that the same type of thing as my wife asked me if she looks fat in this?
I think so. So your partner's been lying. Let me read it again. You find out that your partner has been lying to you. Let's think. How could we possibly find something positive in that?
I got this easy. I've been doing shadow work for the last 8 years, and every time you find something that you go, oh my, it's just like this, you go, if you own it, you go, wow, I'm so glad it happened now, because if my honesty is surfacing your dishonesty, good, let's deal with it. It'll all surface it'll all come out in the wash if you're both being honest. I mean, after he starts being honest.
Or she.
Well, the positive side is also that you found out that your partner has been lying to you. So now you can talk about it and resolve it.
I don't know if it's positive, but if I found out that my partner is lying, that means that he could have found that I'm lying too.
You know, sometimes it takes things like that to really open up and find out where's the problem.
That's true. You know, if they're lying to you, are they lying like, I don't know who said it was Carl, maybe said, maybe it was for a good thing they were lying, but if it's coming out, it is a blessing that you can now confront it. Why are they lying? And now you would be more open, saying, you know, you have to be afraid to say something like that. And then the communication could start, like, you could be open. Let's have an open communication here. So that's positive. If it would go that nicely, I don't know what the situation would be, but we could think positive. How about one more? Then we got the last one. Anybody else? No? Okay, we're going to put it towards the last one, the time we have. Last one. You locked your keys in your car. You locked your keys in your car. How is that positive?
Well, I'm from Jersey and I can't stand traffic and gas prices are high, so I could use a little break.
For me, this has happened so many times that I now go and have 3 extra keys, one under the, you know, those locker keys. I mean, this has happened so many times. I make sure it's not going to happen again.
You get to drive into work with your spouse who's lying to you.
I thought you were going to say your spouse is now locked in the car.
She stole the keys.
You get to call Uber and and make a new friend.
Or meet a locksmith, as Susie would say. She's into that. Okay.
I heard that locksmiths are really cute.
If they don't, you ask for another one.
I think it might encourage you to get a new car, because I don't think that's possible anymore. Locking your keys in the car. They have all these features now that the car beeps if your keys are not on you or something. So
That's probably something that came out positive then, Nina. We won't happen anymore because everybody already did it. We learn from our mistakes. That's true.
You can finally take a break and actually have the day off, you know, enjoy yourself. That's also sometimes needed, and you never can afford to do it.
Oh, well, there's that job. I guess I have to look for another one.
Hopefully it's a good boss. Well, this was fun, right? We found the silver lining together and everything. And I think it's in any possibility, any situation. So that was a lot of fun. Now we're going to watch a video. And the video we're going to watch together, it's called Why Do Bad Things Happen? Afterwards, we're going to do a roundtable discussion. So let's watch the video together. Enjoy.
How many times in your life have you asked yourself, what did I do to deserve this? Or, why do bad things always happen to me? Just when everything seemed to be going your way, something unexpected happened that caused your life to spin out of control, and it is unclear why. Perhaps you lost your job, went through a messy divorce, battled a debilitating illness, or experienced the loss of a loved one. Suddenly you found yourself in a very dark place. desperately searching for answers to those devastating and life-changing situations. You began to question your life choices, wondering if there's a connection between your past actions and the unfortunate results you experience in life. Does karma really exist? We live in a seemingly paradoxical world where a criminal could live an extravagant lifestyle, while you, an honest person, struggling to earn a living, will suffer. How could life be so unfair? Our inability to understand such injustices in life is due to our failure to sense the full extent of our interdependence with the natural laws of the universe. Our distorted inward examination of ourselves prevents us from perceiving the far-reaching influence we have in the world, and we are unable to detect the results of our actions. However, every nuance of our behavior and thought, whether conscious or unconscious, affects the system of nature in which we live and initiates a unique chain of events. Yet we just can't understand why things happen the way they do. It is a normal reaction to examine our past actions whenever we encounter negative experiences in life. But these attempts to connect the dots in such a way usually are an oversimplistic and incorrect approach that fails to take into account the many variables. Hardships can awaken deep questions about their cause and purpose. They motivate us to look outside our narrow individualistic worldview and seek the deeper meaning of life. The more we suffer, the more we are pressured by nature to search for the meaning of it all and accept the interdependent and interconnected system in which we live. When we begin to discover the vastness of this system, we also realize what kind of influence we have on reality, and what actions can be considered as good or bad. Our evaluation of our lives tends to be very limited and subjective. Until we develop a new perception and sensation of the integral nature, we will keep repeating the same patterns, encountering more and more pain. In a sense, we are like a child who eats only sweets because they are the most enjoyable, not understanding the harm we are causing our body. The harm inevitably catches up with us sooner or later. So how do we relate to these periods of suffering? First, we must not look inward and blame ourselves, nor should we delve into the past to find someone else to blame for the cause of our misery. Instead, we must accept that everything happens for a reason, and use this new awakening to find balance with our environment. For this to happen, we must surround ourselves with people who share the same desire to rise to a higher understanding of life. The wisdom of Kabbalah explains that the way we can positively affect the world is in a supportive group of like-minded people who want to do the same, using sources that explain the laws of nature. In this new environment, we will learn how our connection brings us into increasing balance and harmony with nature, thereby increasing our happiness, confidence, and comfort. In other words, the cause of any problem in life is due to our failure to see how connected we are to each other. In this higher perception of reality, we will recognize every situation as good, as an opportunity to rise and activate the force of love, bestowal, and connection that occurs throughout nature. Ultimately, you have two choices. You can either allow these experiences to destroy your life and throw you into a world of negativity and self-pity, or you can use them as the catalyst to find real meaning, balance, and purpose in life, as well as others rise above their suffering.
All right. I hope that helped a little bit with everybody. So we're going to move on to our roundtable discussion now. And we have some guidelines that we do. If you're joining us for the first time, we have some roundtable etiquette that we like to exercise during this. Here at Open Diner, we are here to build a space of support, love, care, and warmth. And everyone here is equal and very important. That's why we call it a round table, because there's no head of the table. Everybody is the same. Everybody is equal. We go around the table and speak briefly and on topic. That way everybody will have a chance. We listen attentively to the other answers. And we build an answer together by all of our answers. There are no right or wrong answers, but they are all part of the big overall answer. And the truth is in the center of our connection. So anyway, the way we're going to do this today is we're going to do it what we call popcorn style. We're going to ask, we have 2 questions. And when you have something to add, just open your mic and speak up, and we're probably get more people in that way. So our first question is, it'll be in the chat also. How can we help someone who is going through a tough time? How can we help someone who is going through a tough time? So go ahead, and who wants to be the first to start this off?
Popcorn and a movie.
Just by talking to them and being there, and if you can give them a hug.
Yeah, and listen to them.
Walk in their moccasins for a few steps before you talk to them.
Yes, yes, do not try to judge them, or really just being there for them and seeing how you can help them.
Oh yeah, like you were saying, it's just to listen. A lot of times we want to say, well, this should be this way or that way, just to sit there, listen, be an ear that they could hear. A lot of times people just want to vent, and it's good to let a person vent. It's just be an ear to listen.
Yeah, sometimes giving advice worsens the situation because, you know, what they're going through, they feel nobody's, you know, nobody's gone through that experience like they have. So it's better just to listen and be there.
And to ask them maybe what you can do for them, what would help them, what would make them feel better, and do that.
Asking or offering advice often is interpreted the wrong way. I find just saying, I'm here for you if you need anything, and then retreat gently.
Yeah, just listen very attentively and try to not to advise, give some advice and tell what to do. The best way is just, like you all said, just to be there, just to listen, and maybe after you listen for a while, tell something interesting, tell something funny, tell something about something beautiful, and redirect attention, at least for some time. That might bring a new approach in a person when he or she comes back to her feelings, his feeling.
Yeah, I want to kind of add to what Mike said when he said retreat gently or softly. Sometimes people, want some time alone, but it's good to tell them that you'll be thinking about them and really hoping that everything works out well.
That's really beautiful. I think, Carl, that's really a good way to go about this, is connect with them, be with them, say you're going to be there as much as you can. And I love that answer. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually dealing with someone right now who doesn't want any help, going through a really hard time, and doesn't let anyone help. So just knowing that like I just sent her a text message today saying that I'm here if you need me, and I'm sending you healing thoughts, something to that effect, so that the person knows that they can reach out to you if they need to, even if they're not ready right now.
I can add to Nina, you know, sometimes people don't want to hear it from you, like it would sound like advice, or you write or something, you'd send them maybe an article or some kind of a clip that may be inspirational, or a song possibly, when they could listen to it on their time, not your time. So inspire them somehow quietly.
Sharing is caring. I just recently, I know it's like to be that person that is going through a lot, because I just lost one of my dogs. He was 13. He was old. We just put him down. He had bladder cancer this past Saturday. And I have a bunch of friends that are in a bunch of groups, and one of the groups that we were in, we were playing code names and stuff, and like hearing what other people went through and hearing what they went through with their pets, and you know, because we were playing games, laughing and all that, just having all that, doing that. If you do the same thing for somebody else like that, it makes a huge difference. It like really helped me through that night. It was like really, really helpful. So doing things like that is really huge, I think.
I can add on to that too. About 10, 12 years ago, I went through a divorce, and it was very, very tough. And I wound up sitting with a couple friends, having a drink with them, and they had gone through divorces too. And they just shared with me their experiences and kind of the phases that you go through. And it was very relaxed, and it really helped me a lot. It helped me deal with it, and knowing that they were there to support me when whatever I was going through. I think that was very, very important, and it really got me through a tough time.
I found that just asking the person, do you need to talk? Give them an opportunity to express whatever they need to express.
I want to add, we have a few comments from Facebook also, answers to this question. Tsipi is saying that being there with them in the situation and try to feel and listen, and also give them a big hug. And Kasia from Czech, actually, Czechoslovakia, which is amazing, she's with us. She says that's all the answers are great that she heard, and to be supportive.
Any other comments? I know one thing that I was thinking of. Sometimes it's great just to have the person over, sit down and put on a really good light movie, a funny comedy or something. You know, make a bowl of popcorn, sit there, and it's a distraction. It gets their mind, you know, just for 2 hours, it'll get their mind off the problems and break something. You know, sometimes you get into troubles and you get into a cycle that you just can't stop, but you have a distraction like that, and it breaks it for a little while, and sometimes that can really help.
Yeah, I agree with that. Personally, like when I'm going through something, I don't really like to talk about it too much and dwell on the negative. Like, but I really appreciate when people kind of drag me out of the house, take, you know, go somewhere, do something fun, even when like I might be resistant to that at first, but you know, doing something like that to just lift the mood and come out of this like, you know, slump is a good idea.
I think one thing we shouldn't underestimate is the value of support. You know, it's we all have different ways to react to situations, but being there for someone who's going through something very difficult is just, you know, even the silent presence is enough. You know, like showing care for someone is something that is so powerful that we don't always realize how much we do by just being in the room, you know, like supportive, someone who is like doesn't know how to fix their situation, but is offering his presence. That's is often enough.
I'm trying to think of ways for encouragement, because I think that the person also needs encouragement. And so saying that we're going to be there for you, also maybe you can say that, and when things get better, I'm also going to be here for you, because always things get better.
That's true. I was going to relate that whole thing back to the video we just watched about how things happen for a reason. And a lot of times when a friend is going through something tough, they can't see the reason behind it, but you can always be there. And at some point, along the line later, you can start talking about that kind of a thing, about the purpose behind what happened to them. When you first are in it, it's impossible. But maybe a few days, a week or two later, you can start talking about that and really start to examine that. We're going to go to our second question. How can we grow as a result of unpleasant or challenging situations? How can we grow as a result of unpleasant or challenging situations?
I don't know, but I'm in a very unpleasant and challenging situation, and I hope you guys tell me how I'm going to get through it. Although, Wally's son kicked in and I have 2.5 months off. I'm on vacation. I've had my second day. So thank you for all your love and help in this. But yeah, this is a big one. Thanks, Gary.
I I once heard somebody say, I don't remember who, but they said, what are the possibilities? And that's a way that we can look at it. If something bad happens, like be open, like really open your eyes to what are the possibilities. And really, a lot of things are possible that we don't think are possible.
I could add. First, I was going to say, Cole, I might have said that because it was a very, very good comment. I'm only kidding. But, when you go through tough situations, you really get to know yourself and you get to know the people around you. So through tough situations, in the midst of it, it's difficult. But when you get out of it, you say, you became stronger for it. You learned who your friends are. You see how to cope with something. That's how we grow in life, unfortunately, is through, they say, like even children growing pains. But you usually come out of it with it wiser. That's probably why it happened. That is why it probably happened. But so the positive thing, you come out of it and say, what, I'm going to be stronger from it.
Also, it causes you to want to search for deeper meaning in life. So you start asking yourself, why? Why did this happen? What's the purpose for it?
Yeah, just to add to Willie's there, it's a question of development, right? No development occurs without some sort of suffering. Even when you learn something new, at the beginning, it's confusing and frustrating, and you have this desire, you want to learn it, right? Skating or something like that, right? Could be dangerous, right? And then you go, so you have to go through that period, right? It's the period between who you are now and who you're going to be, right?
Yeah, exactly. I will continue what Dan was saying, is that's how we learn. We go to school, and from grade to grade, the exercises and the tasks we have to accomplish are harder and harder. And then if you go to university and then further, whatever, and you think that here we go, I achieved whatever I achieved, now it should be a free ride. But apparently, like, life is a teacher, continues giving us very harsh situations for us to learn and to open other possibilities and to grow. And of course, it is tough to accept, but that's how it goes in life.
Also, I think it's it goes back to the first question. It teaches us the value of having good friends and family. Like, when I went through something really difficult lately, it strengthened my ties with my friends so much, and I can't even imagine going through it by myself. I think the worst thing to do is to be by yourself, like to retreat into loneliness and depression. But lean on like, it was really difficult for me to lean on others because I got so used to doing everything by myself. But it gave me a whole new appreciation of other people by leaning on them for support in tough times.
And I think also going back to the video, it said you can either let the bad situation destroy you, or you can let it, or you can grow from it. And I think we'll always have bad situations in life. That's just what life is all about. It's about ups and downs. And we have to learn how to find out what we're supposed to learn in each situation and not let it destroy you. And I think connecting with friends is a really big help. Staying connected to your friends and not isolating yourself. So I think that's how we grow, because our friends will have insights into what we're going through, and they can help us grow.
Yeah, I'd like to add on what Gary said, because actually I was using COVID as an example. As much as I hate what we went through going through with COVID and everything, if it wasn't for COVID, I wouldn't have made all these new friends that I met through Meetup, through Zoom, and I wouldn't have learned how social, like I became like a social butterfly. Is that the proper term? I don't know how social. Because I was more of an introvert, and I wasn't good at making friends, or I didn't have good friends, and now I found all these people that. I even had this one woman who's a hostess asked me, "When you come to New York? When you come to New York?" And I told her, I said that even if it wasn't COVID, it's cold outside. I don't like going to New York in the wintertime because I take public transportation to the city. I don't drive into the city. But it's like having that is just amazing. So even though it's horrible how it happened, it's just amazing what came out of it. So
that's really true. That I love that. And by the way, what's your dog's name? What is it? You were muted.
Sorry. This is Bella.
Bella, do you have anything to add? Bella. Bella. Bella.
She's Bella.
I read dogs' minds. She wants a treat.
She probably wants a treat. Yeah.
My brother's dog's name is Bella. So is that a cane corso? He has a cane corso. He has a cane corso named Bella. That's not a cane corso, is it?
Yeah, no. She's like a big mixture of breeds. But it's funny how that my husband, for years he wanted to get a female dog named Bella, and then we found out how popular Bella is for a dog name.
Very true. All right. Any last comments on this?
Yes, I want to just add from Facebook quickly. We have CP wanted to share too her answer for the second question. She says that remember that we see the situation from our personal point of view and do not see the whole picture. And most of the time, after a while, we find that it was really for the best, whatever happened.
Gary,
All
can
right.
I add? Can I
Yeah,
add
go
on?
ahead.
Thank you. I think hindsight, if you've ever been through something that's just so blinking hard you didn't think you'd get through it, and then you got through it and you had a few gifts because you went through it, even though when you were going through it, you say, I would never do that again. If you understand that some of these hard things are to promote us getting better in more significant ways. And so now when I'm going through just crap, I go, okay, there's got to be a pony in here somewhere. There's got to be some in here, and I'm not great at it yet, but I'm really trying to work at that. No matter how hard stuff gets, I go, there's got to be something good in here.
Of course, I'll have to get a horse.
That's true. All right. Well, that was a fun discussion. I really enjoyed that, and I think we got a lot of response out of that. It was very insightful. I think together we really came up with something, and just bear this in mind as you go through life, you know. And with that said, let's go through a little open diner dance. Roberta's going to take it away here now.
We're going to have more fun now. We're going to connect with each other. If you've been here before, if you haven't, which I think most have, Mike's camera's off, but you'll get the gist of it, Mike. If you don't have a camera, but we're going to play like follow the leader. We're going to listen to music together, and we're going to do a dance move. When your turn comes up, a box comes on the screen. It's just saying you're being spotlighted. Ignore that. Just do some kind of dance move, and we're going to follow you, like follow the leader. So let's do this together. Let's try to get some different moves. We all do the same moves every week. This is my famous one, but think of a move you could do. Let's move into the music and inspire each other. Let's have some fun. We had a great night so far. Let's make it even more fun if it's possible. So let's play some music.
Brushing off the dust, hand in hand, and as one nation. There's love at the door of our heart. We open up, and there's love at the door of our heart. We open up. Na 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 na. Oh. Brushing off the dust, hand in hand, and as one nation. There's love at the door of our heart. We open up, and there's love at the door of our heart. We open up. Na 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 na. Overcoming any situation, and together brushing off the dust, hand in hand, and as one nation. There's love at the door of our heart. We open up, and there's love at the door of our heart. We open up.
Oh, what a great song. Great job, everybody.
Hey,
Okay.
did anybody see Elisa? She was going strong there. She's got the beat, girl.
And everybody was. I think we're all moving now. We had a great conversation, great dance.
After this conversation, we're all
Very true. We're going to do something really nice now, since we're all getting along so great. This is a great way to enter the week. Let's wish each other something great until we meet again next week. So one person's was going to go wish somebody something, and then that person that received a wish will wish somebody else a wish that did not get a wish. You got it? So we're going to wish a wish and then wish. So until everybody goes, I'll start to get the gist of what we're doing. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. So I would like to wish Susie a wonderful week. I don't know what you're going through, but whatever it is, I'm thinking of you. I think we're all thinking of you. And remember, you have a support here in Open Diner, and you have friends that care about you. We hope you make it through it, and we know you will.
Oh, Roberta, that was beautiful. Thank you. I received that. And I would like to bless Gary and say the divorce was only so that you could be way, way better as you get through all the pain, and something better is going to happen for you.
Thank you. And it has been. And I would like to wish Mike a great week. Thank you for being here. And I would love to be able to see you on camera at some point. Maybe you have a camera at some point and join us next week, so you can join in the Open Diner dance. I mean, that's worth it right there, just to have a camera on. So thank you, Mike.
Thank you. I sort of don't know the drill. What am I supposed to do next?
You could wish somebody who hasn't received a wish, I don't know if you can see them or not, something for the week, to wish them anything you'd like.
Okay. I don't know who hasn't. I haven't kept track of who hasn't had a wish.
Let's see.
So I wish you a wonderful week, Roberta.
Perfect.
And, you have an interesting display in back of you in your bookcase, and I'm glad you're artistic. You bring something to the group. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. So I already received a wish, but I would like, how should we do this? Should I wish somebody something else? Can I do that?
Who I can do it again.
Yes,
Who-
I was going to say that you were so quick, and I took the wish, Mike. Now I have two. Okay, Nina didn't get a wish. Rano didn't get a wish. I think Dan. You could pick, how about Nina, if you'd like, or Rano? You muted yourself, Mike.
Okay. Okay. I wish Nina a wonderful week and a wonderful life, and she should share a pretty smile with everyone that and she cheered everybody up with her comments and just being there. Thank you.
Oh, that was very sweet. Thank you. I'm also confused now about who hasn't gone. Sorry, this usually doesn't happen to me. Susie, you didn't receive a compliment yet, right?
She did.
She did.
Who didn't get a wish? Maybe who didn't get a wish? Put your hand up. Ooh.
Okay, last to choose from. Okay, Carl. You told us last week that you're going to start homeschooling your kids, and I found that very admirable, and I support that 100% because the education system now can use some improvement. So I'm wishing you so much luck and great future in that to your kids, and great success in that endeavor.
That was the perfect wish. Thank you. Really. There's a lot I could say about that, but we'll move on. Thank you so much. Rono, I'd like to wish you the perfect week and the perfect attitude towards everything that happens to you.
Thank you, Carl. I want to wish Willie a week of fun and happy, time with his wife and family and everyone he touches, because it seems like a guy who's always bringing the joy in everyone else. So I wish to you to have a week laughing, Lily.
Thank you, Rona. That's perfect. I received that. Very perfect. I'd like to wish Dan, that as you, I don't know, you know how much of a leader you are, but if not, I hope that that information really develops in you and grow in you, and any projects that you set out to launch will be successful.
Thank you, Willie. That's very nice. Who's left here? I think.
Elisa.
Oh, Elisa. I wish you great development in the future. And I just want you to know that we got your back. We're with you. Good luck.
Wow. I can't thank you enough for this wish, Dan. Really, it touched my heart. And I want to wish Ilana, dear, we got so many insights today during our conversation. So everything that will help you to go through tough situations, to take it with some, understanding that it leads you to something really, really, really great. And also to know that we're here for you, all of us, dear.
Thank you, Elisachka. It was really on time, in time. I don't know. Thank you so much for the wish. And since everyone received a wish, so I want to just wish everyone. We had really amazing discussion today, and really to see any, I don't know, bad luck, problem, however we used to describe it, as an opportunity. It really is an opportunity to discover new things in life, to see things different, to like the way you never saw them before, and grow. So I want to wish it to everyone here.
Let's give all ourselves a hand. That was beautiful. Thank you, Ilana, for ending it like that. So we're going to put a screen up. We're actually at the end of this evening, which really flew by. So let's put a screen up where you can follow us. Thank you all for joining and taking part. Continue to join us every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 Central Time. Bring your friends, more people, more conversation, more insights. The tech team, thank you for showing the slide. Follow, like, share, subscribe with us. You can see all our past events on Facebook and YouTube. You can RSVP to our future events on Meetup and Facebook. Next week, we have a special event with a musical guest, which will be great. And our topic for next week, if there is God, why is there suffering? That's another interesting topic. I'm sure there'll be great conversation with that. So with that, I leave you all with the wishes, and we will see you next Thursday. This was a great evening, everybody. Thank you for participating. Great answers, really. Thank you, Gary. The tech team.
Thank you. Great.
Thank you, friends.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Till next
guys, hugs.
Thursday.
Big
Have a
hugs.
great week.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.